Ever scroll past some celebrity lawsuit online and think, okay, what's the real story here? Like, it's got to be juicier than just a broken contract.
Right. It's interesting how often these things, on the surface, they seem kind of shallow, but they're really about strategy, especially when you're talking image, public image.
Totally. And that's what we're getting into today.
Yeah.
Do celebrities actually use the legal system as like a power move?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is more complicated than we realize. Let's start with two names everyone's seen in the news, Diddy and Beyonce. Both got legal stuff going on, but totally different vibes.
Night and day, those two. Diddy, he's very out there, very confrontational, right? But Beyonce, she is all about control, carefully crafted image. So for both of them to go the legal route, that's saying something.
Yeah. I mean, Diddy in court, that's practically a Tuesday for him at this point. But Beyonce, she usually stays way above the fray. That's got to be strategic, right? What's the play there?
See, with someone like Beyonce, it's almost never just about the law. It's leverage, sending a message. With Diddy, maybe it's about staying relevant, reminding people he's still a power player. But Beyonce, even being accused of something, that hurts the brand she's built.
So she's forced to react, even though that's not her style. But does that mean she's losing power by even acknowledging it?
Not really, no.
If you're
Because her response, even if it's just to protect herself, shows she knows how big a deal this is. This isn't just music, it's her whole empire, you know? Business deals, everything relies on her image.
right, so it's not weakness, it's strategic defense, which I guess just proves your point. These things are always about more than they seem. It's about controlling the story, protecting what they've got.
100%. And this is where it gets interesting for, like, women in the industry or people of color. Historically, they haven't had the same power. So being able to lawyer up, go toe-to-toe with the big guys, that's a statement in itself.
It's like, we're here, we've got a voice, and we can use the system too if we have to.
Exactly. It's about taking back some power in a system that hasn't always been fair.
Which, speaking of power dynamics, brings us to another couple in the news, Hailey and Justin Bieber.
Now, this is where things get really interesting because social media adds a whole other layer, right?
Okay, let's unpack that, because Hailey's been super vocal defending Justin. And it's not just wife stuff. It feels way more thought out.
For sure. She is actively shaping how people see this, framing it as like this grand love story. And fans eat that up.
And she's doing it so publicly, using her whole platform to influence people. It's almost like she's become his spokesperson, you know?
Which is a risky move. Because now her image is tied to his, good or bad. If he messes up, she messes up. It's a fascinating dynamic. And that's the tightrope they're walking these days, right? You got to engage, got to be on social media, but then fans have more access than ever before.
So you trade control for reach.
Exactly. And it's interesting to compare that, like, to Jay-Z, you know? He's someone who's always been very deliberate with his words.
See, now you've got me. Because we haven't even talked about what Jay-Z's legal situation is. But it sounds like his strategy is the opposite of Hailey's.
Right. Like, in the hip-hop world, there's this whole art to saying a lot by not saying much.
Okay, so it's not just what he says. It's how, when. It's all part of the plan.
And sometimes saying nothing is the loudest statement of all. It creates this whole mystique, like he knows stuff we don't.
Which just makes people try to figure out what he's really thinking, right? More so than if he just came out and said it.
Totally. It's all about leverage. And for someone at his level, one comment, even if it seems random, can have a huge ripple effect.
It's like he's playing 4D chess while everyone else is still setting up the board.
Yeah.
But does that mean, like, we're all being played? Should we be overanalyzing every Instagram caption, every song lyric?
I wouldn't go that far. But it's smart to remember these are all choices, right? Celebrities are always thinking about their image. And social media, that's the main stage now.
Which brings us back to Hailey and Justin. She went all in, very emotional, very public. And you said that's risky.
Huge risk. Social media, it amplifies everything. So people buy the love story. Great, it strengthens their bond. But if it feels fake, oh, that can backfire so fast.
And we've seen it happen. One wrong step online, and it's a total meltdown.
And that's what's crazy now, right? Social media has kind of leveled the playing field. Fans can call them out, hold them accountable. That didn't exist before.
So even with all the planning, the legal teams, celebrities can't actually control the narrative anymore.
They can try to guide it, but at the end of the day, public opinion is fickle. And fans, they've got more power than ever.
So we've got legal stuff as power moves, social media making it all 10 times bigger, A&D fans who are basically mini reporters now. The rules are changing right in front of us. So what happens to the celebrities? What's the end goal? It's like they can't win, right? Stay off social media, people make up narratives, engage too much, one misstep, and it blows up in your face.
It really is. It's forcing them to be way more strategic, you know? Like, the talent and fame, that's not enough anymore. You got to understand how this whole perception game works now.
So less about controlling the story, more about, like, nudging it in the right direction.
Exactly. It's all about the algorithm, knowing what's trending, but also seeming genuine, because people can spot a fake from a mile away online.
Which I guess brings us back to the beginning. Have celebrities weaponized the legal system, or what?
It's tough to say for sure. I mean, powerful people using the courts to their advantage, that's not new, but now you've got this whole other layer of image and social media on top of it.
So it's not just about the actual case. It's about looking good online, too. Winning the court of public opinion.
And that's what's so interesting. It makes you wonder who really has the power these days? The celebs with their lawyers and PR teams? Or the fans who can, like, cancel someone with a tweet?
It's like the power shifted, or at least it's not just in one place anymore.
And that's what's so fascinating to watch. Like, we're seeing the rules being written in real time.
So next time we see some celebrity lawsuit on TMZ or whatever, we shouldn't just assume it's for attention.
Definitely not. Could be one move in a much bigger game, right? High stakes, everyone's watching how it plays out.
It's like, yeah, celebrities are extra, but it's reflecting something real. That whole power dynamic, wanting to control the narrative, it's everywhere, just, with better outfits.
And once you realize that, you start seeing it everywhere. Makes you pay attention to what's really being said, online and off.
It's all about reading between the lines,
That's right.
questioning what you see, and knowing there's always more to the story. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that. This has been your deep dive into celebrities, power, and let's be real, a little bit of chaos. Thanks for listening.